420 Things Grow in Ontario. Back with another video as promised, guys. I'm starting to get together that RDWC. Just outlined a chalked area here with my 2x4 tent, which I'm going to have these in. I was hoping I could get 4 in there, but without doing it crazy. I guess I could have done 4, but I didn't really want to mess with it. 3 is about as easy as it's going to do. I have 2 plants in there right now, my 4x4, so maybe I'll do 3 and see how that does, and if I have to move and shake, I'll do 4 the next time. So what I needed a couple hole saws. You need one for the bulkheads at the bottom, right, that you're going to drill through. Those bulkheads kind of look like this. I got them on Amazon, 10-pack. Right, they just screw on, and they're good. You're also going to need, for those, I used a, what is this here, 1 3/8 hole saw for that. Then I also have a 3/4 inch for the top feed that I'm going to do. I'm going to put some, I've drilled some holes in here, and I'm going to be able to bring it down and put it in and give it some extra oxygen. So what I would suggest, you guys, is I got a bucket and I used it for my test fits and my how low can I go, because there's a lip kind of in the bottom of this bucket you got to be careful of. I ended up going with these. I measured up 2 inches from the bottom and then drilled the hole kind of right there, right about there-ish. I did that on both sides, and as you can see, I've got them down in there now. Haven't leak tested this yet. I'm just putting it on. This pipe is a 1-inch pipe, and it's pretty loose on these bulkheads, so I definitely am going to put some clamps on there and tighten those down. From this bucket to this bucket to this bucket to this bucket to the reservoir outside the tent, and then into the reservoir, I've got an inline pump that I'm going to connect to here. It's going to come out to here. It's going to connect, here's the inline pump here. I need to get a piece of pipe to go onto it, but anyways, this is going to be inside the tent like this. It's going to connect there. It's going to come up from there, and each one of these, I've drilled the hole, 2 holes. I've got one for the air line and one for this 1/2 inch. And what it's going to do is I'm going to pump in here, shoot the water down there, kind of aerate it and agitate it as it's going. This is 1/2 inch here. And this is, I think it's 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches that comes on this pump that came from Amazon. Anyway, so that's going to do it. And so it's going to come into there. It's going to suck through this, suck through the reservoir. I was going to use a 5-gallon bucket, but these were on sale at Walmart when I was there, so I ended up getting it. Got a hole saw kit from Canadian Tire. It was on sale too. You can never buy anything Canadian Tire. It's not on sale. A bunch of elbows, a bunch of tees, and a bunch of things. So, yeah, I'll get a stop this video now. Do a bit more of the hard labor stuff that I'm not going to really need to see anyways. And once I get it back up and working, I'll continue on the video. Be back. All right. Well, that was only a couple hours, or 3. Anyways, I got the reservoir drilled, 3 ports. 1 for the pump, 2 returns. Got an air stone in there. Then what I've got done here is I've got the pump, inline pump, which goes to that port. There's a little T in there, and it comes up. As you can see, there's a little bit of water on the floor. I've had a few leaks. So I've gone whole hog, and I've put a few hose clamps here and there. Got the leaks down to no more leaks. So it comes up through here, pipe down, sucks up, blows up in here, and then it goes into each one. What I've done now is I've got the that's a weird. There we go. I'm a weird shadow. So I've got the pipes going into the pots here, so the water will be going into the pots. So I'll take them off so you can see what's going on underneath. So yeah, so into there, into there, and into there. So as you can see, I'm getting good aeration. The flow is decent enough from the pump there. Not so hot there. It's still coming out. And of course it's coming up pretty good there. So path of least resistance, right? It comes up, it hits the T, goes both ways. Has to make a corner there, so it's easier to go down there. Most of it's going down there. Some of it's going there. But anyways, should be good enough. I guess we'll see once I get some plants in there and see. So gonna let this run a few more days just out in the garage and let all this stuff dry up so I can ensure that I definitely don't have any leaks. So as you can see my tent line, everything's housed within the tent. Everything is anything. So what I did do though, a little bit of a mistake. You can see that I don't know if you can tell in the first half of the video, I had this this bucket, it was coming out this far in, but what I've switched, because that was too close to the edge of the tent, I switched it to here. What I should have done is I should have switched this one, so my reservoir would have been on this side, and that's where I want to put the tent. So when I put it in, this reservoir is going to have to be on this left side of the tent, so it'll be here. All these pipes will be at the back side of the tent. I don't like it. I guess I could switch it around, but I'm just going to play it by ear. As long as I got no leaks, man, I don't think I should be getting any leaks. But again, I'll have to be a little bit more vigilant on watching that tent to make sure there's no leaks. But anyways, there it is. Coming in, going out. I've got 20 gallons in the whole system. And this is just below the pot. Just below the pot, just below the pot. And in there, I did lose a little bit, so. But anyways, guys, like, subscribe, check it all out. I'm going to, those clones are just starting to show the itsy bitsy parts of roots. So, I'm going to let them go a little bit longer, get the roots in there. I've got the clay all washed up. I had them in some of the pots, but yeah, no, it turned out to be not so bad. So definitely some hose clamps. Never really had a problem with this poly pipe before, but it's done. Finally done. Light was getting a little dark here. I figured I better do a video before I do it. There's a little bit of a leak here, but we won't talk about that one now. Anyways, tell me what you think in the comments. Got any ideas, any likes, dislikes? Let me know. I want to hear it. I think this will work all right. Maybe I'm missing something, but yeah, always going to make sure you're going to keep that air pump above the water. If you have that below the water, something happens, you could get full of water and ruin it. So other than that, pretty straightforward, this setup. Once I get in the tent, I'll get some video of it then at that point. But yeah. Just some pipe, back, return, pump out. Not too shabby. Well, out for this Sunday. Have a good one.